everyone. Welcome to another week of Soulfully Guided. If you haven't tuned in before, I'm Carmel-Anne, your host, and welcome back to everyone else. Feeling a bit flat this week. Our family are fighting off colds that haven't decided whether we're going to get sick or not yet. So we're not sick, but we're not 100%. So feeling a bit flat. But thanks for being here anyway. Hopefully it's a good show. Now, what I wanted to do this week is before we get into a caller, I thought it was a really good idea to give you an idea of, a guide on what to ask and what to not to ask in the tarot. So let me do that again. A guide on what's good to ask in tarot and also things that aren't so great to ask in tarot. I've created a PDF and I'm trying to get all fancy with my technology and savvy with my PDF things. So I've created a guide for you. If you want a copy of that, head over to my Facebook to find any social media links or to find me anywhere. Authentically, you go to soulfullyguided.com.au and you'll be able to find me. But I'll also do a link to it in the replay once I figure out how I'm going to deliver this PDF to you. So that's a guide, a professional guide of what to and not to ask in tarot, because powerful questions will lead to powerful answers. And we're not all experts. If we're on the receiving end of getting a tarot reading, your reader can help you always. But it's nice to know what the limitations are, or sky's the limit on the good questions to ask. So look, as tarot readers, we try to avoid third-party readings. So third-party readings is when you're asking questions about someone or something that doesn't relate to you, that is not present in the reading. So look, for me personally, if you're asking me about your 5-year-old child and how to be more attentive to their needs or things like that, I'm really comfortable with that. But if it's asking about your best friend's husband's business and is it going well, there's sort of fine line on bordering, someone else's private life. So we try to avoid them. Lots of readers won't do medical, financial, or legal advice. I offer readings based on that purely for your emotional well-being and for your soul level. We do not take the place of professionals in the medical, legal, or financial field. And if you do need professional advice, I advise to ask a professional in that field. Some people won't read it at all, and so that's a fine line between those sorts of questions. So we'll just get into a caller. What I will briefly touch on as well is some of the questions to ask are great about personal growth to help you heal, and we'll be getting into a caller. Hi, Megan. Is that Megan from Los Angeles?
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me okay?
Hi. I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Oh, great. Yes, I can.
And you can hear me clearly. Excellent. Bear with me one sec. I'm just going to share what's in my PDF. So questions to ask, they're great for personal growth, for some healing, self-love and relationships, and for manifesting. Like, instead of saying, when will this happen? It's great to ask, how can I make my dream of happen, and what can I do to achieve this goal? So there's some really great tips on asking and what to ask and what not to ask, if I finally get it right. If you want the PDF, look out for the replay. I'll put it in the comments and I'll get that PDF to you for more detailed tips on what to and not to ask in the tarot. And here we go, Megan, back to you. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry. Hopefully there's some handy hints for you as well. What did you want to ask about today in your tarot reading?
Let's see. A general would be fine.
Yep.
I'm pretty good on my marriage, so I think I'm good on that. Maybe how about creatively?
So, sorry, I heard general, marriage is good, and then I missed the last part.
Oh, my creative pursuits.
Your creative pursuits, yep. So, look, if I've got some time, I'm happy to do a general read and then skip over to a few cards about advice and guidance on your creative pursuits. How's that?
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so can I have a reading for Megan, please? General reading. Okay. And some advice and guidance for Megan's creative pursuits. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay. So, generally speaking, great time to ground yourself, to get in a financial perspective and thinking how to financially advance, if that makes sense, like holding on to your money, thinking of ways to make it grow, and putting any challenges behind you that are setting you back or limiting beliefs, really connecting on a practical and logical level in your everyday life, and looking how to grow yourself as a person. And I'm also feeling how to make your dreams and your passions into a financial pursuit. Does that make sense to you, Megan?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Look, you said things are going well in marriage and, generally looking at life. I want to see some cups. Cups represents feelings and emotions, but when I look at your creative side, that's when the serious cups come in, and like you've got that huge passion and emotion, and it makes you feel really good when you're being creative. So that's crossing onto your creative question. But I want you to feel that spark and that passion, about, maybe charging for your creating dreams, putting a price on them and valuing yourself and pursuing those dreams. I think it's time to really appreciate yourself and hear your calling and understand what is good for you on a financial level, on an everyday day basis, and really get in touch with your heart and your passions. Make that spark. Your marriage is good, so we're looking at other areas of your life, particularly in finances and career. So, take those signs, those little signs you're getting, those feelings you're getting, and really create something with it, because I'm not sure if you have doubts or you don't really you love your creative side, but do you think twice about it? Is there something setting you back in your creative side?
Yeah, I mean, that's the story of my life. So I have I have a lot of creative pursuits. I get very I get very competent with these things that I kind of dabble in, but then I don't go further with it. I never like hit the ground running with it. I kind of just like, I don't know. Am I making sense?
You absolutely are making sense, and I can see that in the card. So what I want you to know is you're not stuck and you're not a slave to your thoughts. You're a master of your mind and your thoughts. So what I want you to do is hear and hear the callings, feel good about what you want to do. This is a huge factor of your life. You can create financial free, like you can create financial with your heart and your creativity. It makes you feel good, but it can also bring you financial reward. So before you jump to a dream, just have a bird's eye view of it. Think, how could I make money doing this if money is what I want? Because your time is valuable and your dreams can reward you as well. So you're not stuck. I think you're trying to play it safe, and that's limiting you from following through. So before you go head first into a dream and a pursuit, have a break, think about it, compare and prioritize your dreams. So you don't have to do everything at once and feel like you're failing or not just putting your heart into everything. Look at one dream, decide which one's going to work best for your needs and your priorities and what you're wanting out of it, and work on that. don't feel stuck. You've got to take your blindfold off and see you for your incredible gift that you've got of creativity. I think there's a rocky element to it. So you've really got to ground yourself when you're on your creative side and value yourself. So don't jump in too many ideas at once. Take a look, recuperate, think what you want. Yeah. And your heart is in your creative life. So that's where the cups are coming in, that feelings and that emotions. Dig deep and create, but choose what to create first. How's that?
Awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. It's a beautiful, there's really no challenging cards here. It's just what you're limiting yourself with your thoughts, or not diving deep into it, or diving deeply into everything and not getting one thing done. So hang tight, get that creativity flowing, and I'd love to see what you do with it. To everyone else. Yeah, look, you're welcome to watch the replay, and I'd love to see what some of your work. So you can share it on the replay where we can find you and your work, and
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it so much.
My pleasure. And that's us for the week. So thank you, Megan, for tuning in for your reading. And to everyone else, thanks for being here. And we'll see you next week for another show of Soulfully Guided. If you're after the PDF, I will put it on the link in the replay or on my social medias, and you can find that really helpful PDF on what to and not to ask the tarot. Okay, thank you. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.